How you doing today? It's Al Baker here from www.componentsofsuccess.com. Now, this is off the cuff. I haven't scripted this particularly. I just had a thought. I had a great idea. I had a spark. So I want to share it with you. This is on the subject of personal development or mentoring. You could say life as a mentor, and learning things yourself as you hit your head on the wall. You know what I mean? Now, this is a little story about myself. When I was in high school, I was a driven. I'm still a driven person. I'm driven by a goal. And I had the goal to be the best in my event. I was a hurdler. I was a runner. And my senior year, I had won numerous awards. And this is not to toot my horn at all. It's just to show from my personal experience how I learned something from life. I had one other opponent in the state of Michigan who was better than I was. And I was determined I was going to beat this guy. Now, he and I had to meet. We had a competition against each other at the final race of the year. I was totally determined because this guy had a better time than I did, but I wanted to be the best. Okay. So what I did was I got a picture of this guy. I got a photo. And I put it on my wall. And I looked at that photo every day. And I made up my mind I was going to beat this guy. I was going to win. So I worked every day towards that goal. I worked every day. Every day was on my mind. It was, I'm going to say it was a bit obsessive. But I determined that's what you had to have. That quality you had to have in order to be a champion. Right or wrong. So I actually won every race. I got to this final race. And I recall it very vividly, however many years ago it was. Okay, we're in the starting blocks. To your marks. Get set. And the guy's got the gun up. And boom, he fires a gun. And everything went into freeze frame. It went like, how if you take a movie and you go click, 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 the whole race was a freeze frame activity, which is like, this is new. This is not normal. What is going on here? I had my attention, my eyes were on my feet the entire race. I lost. He beat me. I couldn't understand it because normally in a race, I had no attention on anything. I had no fixed attention on anything, but I was completely there. You could say I was 3 feet behind my head. That's how it felt. And my attention was loose, and I was calm, and I didn't even worry. But this race was different. My attention was riveted on my feet and on my body. And that was a major change, and I had to assess things after that race and say, what the devil went on there? Because this guy beat me and I was like, humbled. I was humbled. Shook his hand and patted on my back, and we actually became really good friends. Now, we ended up going to the same college afterwards. We were both recruited by the same university, and we went on the same track team. So I then worked with this guy every day. I competed against him every day in practice and every race that we ran in college. And guess what? I beat the guy every time. I beat him every day. Intensity, focus, with a relaxation involved and a calmness actually wins and succeeds better than some, fanatic tightness. I feel like I can approach things now with looseness, lightness, having fun. If it's not fun, if it's so intense that it's not fun, there's a problem. Because the consequences of making a mistake or failing are so high that you then will withhold yourself to that degree. My contention is, and what life has taught me as a mentor, is that you have to know how to make a mistake. You have to be able to encounter and weather and live through and learn from a mistake without hammering yourself or getting down on yourself, and then be able to get back up. And with the spirit of having fun and the spirit of, good, clean competition, going at it again and mastering whatever opponent you're up against, be it yourself, be it some aspect of life, be it, you know, something you want to learn, whatever that is. That's a quality I believe is necessary. Okay, that's just my viewpoint. It's Al Baker off the cuff. Come to my site, www.componentsofsuccess.com. I got lots of good stuff there for you. I will see you at the top.